Hello everyone, I'm TJ the Brickwright and welcome to my Lego room, and today we're going to be doing another puzzle build. That's where you build a set without using the instructions whatsoever. And today we're going to be doing set number 75333, Obi-Wan Kenobis Jedi Starfighter. This is, I think, the 81st version of Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter that they've done. So, having built all the previous 80 versions of this Starfighter, I think I'll have a good shot at it. Okay, so it's not exactly 81, but I'm pretty sure I'm close as far as that goes. It'd be nice if they ever came out with some different ones again. I have always loved the Jedi Starfighter, so let's see if this one lives up to the expectations that have been set before me. As always, I've got my Bluey queued up on my phone so that we've got something to listen to while we do this puzzle build. And hopefully this one will take a little less time than the previous couple that we've been doing. Still going to get to the AT sometime. But today is not that day. So, moving on. Let's get to it. All right. Well, that was actually not as painful as I thought it was going to be. It took us just a little bit over an hour to get through the entire build and go through the instructions and see where we messed up. There were definitely a bunch of places that need to be addressed to make sure that it is the way it's supposed to. However, I only had about 16 pieces left over if you don't count the extras that come in the set, which never do. We only had 16 parts extra, which if you can keep under 10% is what I'm aiming for usually on most of my puzzle builds. So for this set with 282 pieces, that means I need to have less than 28 pieces left. We only had 16. Pretty good. While I was going through the instructions, I remembered that I was going to put a couple of tiles down inside here. Unfortunately, that was when I got to that point in the build on the instructions, and I'm like, oh! So I threw them in real quick just to see if my proportions actually worked with that or not, if I would have been able to include them, and I would have. I just forgot to put them in. So the 16 do include the 2 tiles that I forgot to put in there, like I originally thought. So 16 is pretty darn good. The ship looks pretty close. However, I missed one of the alignments on the wings itself, and so the wings are actually one plate too high, the little angle parts. It appears that they are one plate too high for some reason when it connects to the front. I think the other part that I would say, so this set right now I think is going for $30. It seems like a lot for what you get, if I'm honest, but I think that's just the direction that Lego is going right now. Things are getting a lot more expensive. Back in the day, I'm pretty sure this set would have probably been easily a $20 set. No questions about it. But the one part that I was surprisingly impressed by were the minifigures. And let me see if I can show you these guys. All right, so this Obi-Wan is one of the best Obi-Wan Kenobis I've ever seen. The printing is really well done. Even the transition between the top and bottom, so the torso and the legs, is lined up almost perfectly. I was very impressed with that. There's even just a little bit of back printing. It really is just awesome. And one of the things that I particularly like is the fact that he's got the little headset on his head, which was one of my favorite parts about the original Jedi Starfighter that came out back in 2002, I think it is. With the at the same time as the Jango Fett Slave One, the Obi-Wan Kenobi had that headset, and I've always loved it. I don't know why, but it just looks really good. And this minifigure looks amazing. I prefer it with the hair instead of the hood. I'm not a huge fan of the new hoods with the open bottoms, but that's okay. I think they still serve their purpose. And next up we have the Kaminoan Tonway, I believe. Yep, Tonway. And there was the rumor that the Kaminoans were going to be mini dolls, like from the Friends line. And I saw that mocked up version of one that somebody had taken a mini doll and made it look like a Kaminoan. And oh my goodness, it was perfect. But this is a pretty close second. The top head mold is really well done. And the printing for the little necklace thing that they wear on their head is all the way around without breaks, which is pretty impressive. Usually when you have minifigures, the printing, if it goes all the way around the head, won't go all the way around because of the limitations. But this one was printed with that thing all the way around the top, which is actually pretty impressive and helps the immersion just a little bit more. The printing on mine is, again, lined up very well, so they did a great job. And the back printing, also a fantastic minifigure. If you got the set just for the minifigures, I think you'd be happy. I think just the Kaminoan alone will probably be worth more than the set at some point, unless they re-release this particular one again or release other ones. I gotta say again, this Obi-Wan Kenobi has got to be one of my favorite Kenobis that I've ever had. And I don't know what else to say about it. I've never gushed over a minifigure like this one. The printing is just beautiful. So if I had to pay the extra $10 for just that minifigure to get that nice printing on it, it's not worth it. However, I will add it as a plus to make the set worth a little bit more than the $20 you would have spent even 3 years ago on a set like this. So congratulations, Lego. I would say that if you are thinking about getting this set, I would. As far as a puzzle build difficulty, I would say this is about I want to say a 5, but it could be a 6 just because of that section around the droid that might be a little difficult to figure out. So, but other than that, I think I had it really close to what it needed to be, and I think that you could do just as well. So as far as the value goes, I'd say it's probably worth it, especially looking at Lego the way it is. If you can get it for cheaper, I would jump on it. If you have to pay full price, at least, go to the Lego store, use your VIP, and get some points for it while you're there. Well, thank you for checking out the video and seeing my review for the 75333 Obi-Wan Kenobi Jedi Starfighter set. Overall, I think it's a good little set, and especially with the price increases that have happened, I think it's definitely worth picking up if you have the opportunity. And until next time, in the Lego room, I'm TJ the Brickwright, and play well. Bye.